Guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Ian at All Out Adventure Scotland. Today's video we're going to be discussing the type of kit and equipment that I carry when I'm either out ultra running on the hills, just out for a gentle jog, 20k or whatever, or as I like to call it, hiking with attitude, where I just go out onto the mountains solo and see how much distance I can rack up. Generally the kit doesn't really change much in any aspect, whether it's trail running, ultra running, or just getting out in the hills. So I'll go through my setup today, and hopefully you take something from it or give you some food for thought. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe, give us a thumbs up. Yeah, let's get after it. Yeah, so I'm by no means a well-seasoned ultra runner, so to speak, but I'm experienced in the hills, especially when it comes to the mountains of Scotland and hiking and getting amongst it. So the kit I carry is generally stuff that I've just practiced with over the years. What I'll do is I'll just go from the ground up, start with the footwear, and then we'll talk about the rest of the stuff as we work our way up to what we're carrying on our back. So footwear then, I switched to Hoka's about 2 years ago, and I use them for everyday life. I'm running with the Mach 4s for my everyday light runs or comfort, and then I've got the Clifton 8s is more than my kind of trail shoe, road running shoe, and then onto the Speed Goat 4s, which is my mountain shoe. These have been fantastic. I've got about 400 k's on these now, and the grip's still pretty amazing on them. Really comfortable. The good thing with Hoka is the various different sizes you can get to adapt to your feet level, whether you're looking for a comfort shoe, support shoe, or something that's just going to give you a bit of support for more kind of speed type stuff. But yeah, Hoka's have been great. I was always one for the Asics and Nikes before that, and I never really found a footwear that was really suited to my nature and my feet. So the Hoka's have been working out great, fantastic grip on these for the mountains, and yeah, I've had no issues with them. So working our way up in, obviously when it comes to different kit for the hills, probably the most important aspect, especially if you're a solo walker, hiker or runner, is probably the safety aspect of it. So we'll touch on that briefly. But what I think is one of the most important skills that it's not really learned today's society unless they're really eager in the hills and stuff is map reading. So map reading, basic map reading and compass skills, and actually taking one out on the hills when you go out. I think society today is far too reliant on the phone, because there's that many apps now that just basically guide you on map reading and direct you around about the hills and the mountains. If it goes wrong in the hills, technology will fail, and then you've got nothing to fall back on. So it's always good to have the basic knowledge of map and compass reading. I endeavour to start doing some lessons on that, just the basics and on how to read a map, how to navigate off it, and how to use a compass. So look out for those videos as and when they come. So generally, map case, keep your maps waterproof if you are carrying them, and a good silver compass. On the waist belt, I'll carry things like my gels in there. I've got my toilet roll, and I've got Compeed blister patches should I have to use them. They're quick access. I'll stick my gels in there. For a while now I've been running with the My Protein energy gels, and I'll double them up with the protein gels as well. So I'll take a protein gel every hour or so along with an energy gel, depending on how long I'm going to be out in the hills. So if it's going to be a good 4 to 6 hours, then obviously nutrition starts to play a big part in it. You need to start thinking about solids as well, along with getting some salt tabs down and stuff. Again, I can do a video on the nutritional side of it separately, but yeah, you need to be looking in, and again, experimentation with different gels and stuff. Some people can take them, some people can't. If it is all going to be a longer day in the hills for me, then obviously I'll be taking something a bit more solid, getting the complex carbohydrates in and stuff. The energy gels definitely worth looking into, and you do get a good discount in My Protein as well, so that's good, worth looking at their website. Comes out to the safety aspect of it, then it is important. Obviously, if you're a solo walker, runner or hiker out in the mountains, and something does go horribly wrong, i.e. you go over on your ankle, sprain an ankle, or even worse, break your leg, you need to be able to look after yourself. So keep yourself warm. The elements are probably going to kill you before anything else does, especially if you become immobile and you can't move. So as a basic, I mean, all this kit basically weighs next to nothing once it's all packed into the lightweight running pack that I wear. But carrying at least some warm kit, depending on what you're running in, whether you're wearing shorts or whatever, always have that backup warm kit just in case. So as a minimum in the mountains, I'd be carrying my soft shell jacket, puffer jacket, waterproof jacket, hat and gloves, and that all fits in there. And again, it's not that heavy. At least I know if anything does go wrong, I can get myself nice and warm quick. And then obviously a nice foil blanket, weighs next to nothing, cheap as chips. Pack that in there as well, and again, get that skin to skin if you do have to use it. Again, like I said, hypothermia is probably going to kill you before anything else if you get caught out in the mountains with some form of serious injury. And then a little bit more pieces in the first aid kit, ointments in there that will keep myself generally clean, bandages and stuff if I need to patch up grazes, anything I need to clean out wounds with and stuff like that. So that's all in there, and I'll just keep that inside the bag. The blister patches are nice and accessible if I just keep them into the front pouch of my bum bag. More importantly is something to give yourself shelter with. So survival bag, I can get my full body inside one of these, so if it does go horribly wrong, I do break my leg and I need to get myself into some shelter, I can get myself inside this bag, get my warm kit and all that on. It's going to keep me dry, warm and out the elements until hopefully help comes. Obviously a hat, I keep that accessible as well, so I'll just run with that inside my bum bag. Yeah, so the most important aspect of it is being able to keep yourself warm should it go horribly wrong, and getting yourself into some form of shelter. And these survival bags are great. Once that's folded up, I'll slip down the back of my bag and I don't even know I'm carrying it, and it's probably going to save my life if it does all go bad out in the hills. Some form of torch that attracts attention as well, but obviously if you get caught out in the dark, you're going to need something to navigate off of and be able to see where you're going. I always carry my wee survival bracelet. I can start fires and everything off of this thing, it's great. And then if any of my kit breaks, I've got access to the cord as well, so I can unloop it, use all the cords, draw it out and then patch up my kit as well. And obviously a penknife. Penknife's always handy to have. Mega lightweight, once it's all together and then I throw my food in there, you're generally talking about maybe 8 kilograms, so less than 20 pounds anyway, once it's all in there. And I mean, I can go even lighter, but that's including once we talk about the backpack. Once you've got your water on board as well, it adds on a little bit of weight. And then lastly, we talk about the running poles. I only just started using these last year. They're a fantastic piece of kit. Some ultra marathons will not allow you to use them, but generally out in the hills now, for powering up and down the hills, are great, especially coming down off the hills. As I'm getting a bit older, my knees are starting to feel it, so it just takes the compression off the knees when you're coming down off the hills. These are like 350 grams, they're super lightweight, really easy to adapt. So on a pull system, yeah, we just loop together, pull the cord out, loop it over, and that is then good to go. And again, you can see how much they fold down to. There's nothing to them, so they fit inside the pack, and once they're in there, that's them. If I need to use them, they're easy enough to access. And then likewise collapsing them, that's it. Easy, goes away. So yeah, as an ultra runner up and coming, yeah, I've only completed a couple myself, and I do aspire to do things a little bit longer distance as well, so the 100 milers and stuff like that's on the cards. So just lastly then, if it's one top tip I can give you to take away is one that I don't see getting done very often anymore, especially when I park up some of these car parks that are right out in the middle of nowhere, and I see that there's lone walkers and runners out in the hills, and it's something simple that could ultimately save your life should you have to use it. And it's just a bit of paper that goes on the car window, one I made earlier. So if you are going to go out solo, running, hiking, trekking about the mountains, especially up in Scotland, at least leave something in your car, and it just needs to be something as simple as this. Leaving your name on there with your phone number, the time that you set off, and then the expected time that you expect to be back at your vehicle coming down off of the mountains or whatever, and try and give it a general area or a general location of the area you're going to cover. So for instance, I'm going up to the north of Scotland, I'm going up Ben Nevis for the day, I'm going to let them know what time I set off. I expect to be back in my car no later than 7 o'clock that night. And then obviously Ben Nevis is the area I'm going to be operating in. So if anybody comes across my car and sees this stuck to my window, and they have a quick read at it, they're going to notice that, yeah, I'm not back, it's 7 o'clock, I said I'd be back. They can start thinking about maybe getting some rescue on the go. If you are going to be out for a couple of days, then obviously put a date on there as well. The last thing you want to is giving it big wigs at the top of a mountain, having your evening stew, and somebody's phoned out the mountain rescue team, the police and all the rest of it, because you said you were going to be back at 1900 hours, but you meant 1900 hours the next day. and some guys just alerted the local communities to get you rescued. So at least a note in the car, general area you're going, and it has caught loads of people out, especially up in the mountains. People that have got lost and have never come home, and it could have been rectified with something as simple as that. A note left on the windscreen of the car or on the door, sellotaped on, there you go. Somebody knows you're away walking, you're expected to be back at a certain time and you haven't arrived, so at least somebody can get the ball rolling to get you rescued should you require it. But yeah, that's the basic kind of kit that I'm carrying at the moment for my ultra running prep, stroke, I'll call it a hiking the attitude, because if I do go out into the mountains, I make haste going up the hills, I take in the scenery, take in the views and enjoy myself, and then coming back down, obviously I'm jogging, running or doing whatever, and I get the fitness out of it as well, and it's all good build up for what's to come. Guys, I hope that was useful. That's just a generalisation into an introduction to the type of kit you should be carrying when you go out in the hills. Safety aspect of it is most important. Being able to keep yourself out the elements, warm, dry, until help comes if the worst should happen. And then obviously a little bit more as you can start adding into things like things to cook with. If you are doing overnighters, you're going to need to carry a little bit more kit like tents and stuff like that. Just finally then on the backpack, I went for the Raid Light. This one cost me $50. It was half price down from £100. This is ripstop material, super lightweight, lots of pockets on it. I've got my camelback fitted already. And once that's on, it's obviously, I don't even notice that I'm wearing it. It can be fully adjusted. It's got pouches in the front for your soft flasks as well, should you want to use them. And then it's got loads of little additions, loads of little pockets in the back. So that's worth looking into. That's the Raid Light Ultra. And yeah, I've had no issues with it so far. Absolutely fantastic piece of kit. So if you like the channel and if you like this content and it was useful, give us a thumbs up like I said, and look out for some more. Thanks for watching.